in a year. The solutions are land reclamation, to use the available land that are not used to be more useful. So environmental consumption, use of organic farming, whereby on organic farming we deal only with the organics that are obtained organically and naturally, such that you can create nutrient from those raw materials, so that you can prevent the environment from being damaged by the application of pesticides, insecticides, and fungicides. The smart irrigation manages water loss. That is, I have a sensor, rain sensor, to monitor water level on the land. And the rain sensor, which during sprinkling of the water on the land, this rain sensor can sense there is rain, and while the sprinklers are sprinkling water on the land, this rain sensor can sense the water and then switch off the pumps from spraying on the land. This will manage water and reduce water loss. Maximum utilization of land available. This is through hydroponics, whereby if you have less land, you can practice hydroponic, since it is vertical farming, and even you can practice it in urban areas.
You have 1 more minute.
So, having the health issues from the environment pollution, I had to come up with this idea so that I can curb the situation of low food in our country. The target market are small-scale farmers, large-scale farmers, urban settlers, counties and countries with water scarcity, research institutes, and agricultural centers, educational institutes to train people on the automatic farming systems. My business model will be revenue streams, training, marketing, shows, and exhibitions. My call action is to large-scale farmers and arid and semi-arid regions, settlers, research centers, urban and rural settlers, educational institutes. Thank you.
Asante sana. Judges, any question? No question? Plenary? Kuna mtu ana swali? How does your product look like?
It's on the first page. That's my product.
Oh, thank you very much. Can we give him a round of applause? So, next, again, Meru. Transformer vandalism protector. By who are the nini? Peter and David. Your time starts.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Kutosi Peter from the Meru National Polytechnic.
I'm David Karanja from Meru National Polytechnic. Have you ever think about a patient dying in hospital due to lack of electricity? Have you ever think about an institution lacking electricity due to vandalization of transformers. Now today we are going to bring for you transformer vandalization protector.
Have you ever thought or been in a situation of staying one semester without power due to transformer vandalization? Our project title is Transformer Vandalization Protector. We came up with this project following the vandalism that is taking place in the society that brings a lot of challenges. So this system is hereby designed to monitor the safety of transformers. So the project will have a system that will be automatic and be detecting the vandals who come around the transformer. So this system of ours will also have sensors that will have that ability to sense the vandal through the programmed distance that we have placed it, so that it may make a call to the relevant authority for notification that a transformer is being vandalized or anything is taking place in the transformer.
Some of the problems that we are going through as people, some of the problems that are going through in our society, many people are going through in the hospital. In the hospital, many people are going challenges in the ICU due to vandalization of transformer. In the institution, students are lacking electricity due to the vandalization. Maybe, as my friend have said, 3 semesters, which is affecting our education. And this, our project, it's going to bring the solution to our society, whereby students will be able to get the electricity anytime they need, especially during studying. In the hospital, they are going to get the electricity. They will know there will be no vandalization of transformer.
Additionally to that point, we get to see that it will help in terms of health-wise. We get to see that the oil siphoning of transformers is being taken for consumption, of which is very dangerous, leading to some diseases, for example, cancer. So when you have this particular system, it will be able to curb and improve on the health matters.
I think we are going to have the function of our system, so that we see the workability of our system. Page 5. Please press. Press the video, please. You have a control panel there, comprising of GSM, a relay, and our Arduino. We have put our program there. You have the casing there, and the transformer is inside there. Ultrasonic, the one is sensing. And we have the transmission lines, maybe for KPSC. You have charge controller.
You have 1 more minute.
And inverter for converting DC to AC. Thank you.
And without forgetting, our system uses solar energy that is more reliable and efficient. Maybe in terms when electricity is off, we shall be able to have our system on standby every time.
Page 7, kindly.
Thank you very much. Your time is over. Judges? Judges have no question. Plenary?
You said that your device is ultrasonic, eh? So you mean that it senses any motion that comes near the person who wants to vandalize the transformer?
Yes.
Okay, now my question is, what if the bird is flying near there? Will it also call the people who are responsible to just come and only find that it was only the bird that was flying around that specific sensor?
On alternative on that, we are going to use touching sensor.
Or touching sensor?
Yeah, touching sensor. For now, we are using ultrasonic. So on that time, we'll be able to use a touching sensor.
Okay, thank you.
How many vandalisms occur in Kenya on average per day?
But okay, I can say per year we have more than 2,000 transformers being vandalized per year. And more than 200 transformers are being stolen physically.
Thank you very much. Can you give them a round of applause? Asante sana. The next group is, let's have Riyat, wood pallet. Are you ready?
Even as Riyad come on stage, I'll want to encourage you to make good use of your time so that you go through all the PowerPoint presentation. 5 minutes is not a lot of time. Kindly check on your time on how you present.
To all protocols observed, good afternoon. I'm Elizabeth Ayeko from Ramogi Institute of Advanced Technology, taking a course in Diploma in Fashion Design. And our innovation project was about wood waste pallet cultural dress. We came out with this project because we wanted to, it is the solving problem, it is that we wanted to conserve the environment through pollution of the air, water, and soil. The disposal of the carelessly disposed wood waste, we went around and picked the carelessly disposed wood waste, and because when they decompose, they emit compounds which, like methane gas, which affects the soil, the air, and the water. So in our case, we saw it good, despite of wood being used to make chairs, goods like wall hangings, table mats. So we came up with this project because it is unique, and we came up with this project because it is unique in such a way that we've used wood to make a pallet dress. Yeah.
Okay, in front of you is Gregory Ongayo from Ramogi Institute of Advanced Technology, a student in diploma. With our innovation, it has some benefits, like creating jobs to the youths, now that the country faces insecurity. Once the youths get the job, and they'll be busy, and they'll be busy doing something, and they'll think of another thing different from maybe stealing and robbing from other people. This innovation mostly tackles the youths for marketing and events like modeling,
Museum
exhibitions, and cultural events.
And the main aim of this project wanted to embrace our African culture through the use of models. Like our design, our project, we can sell it to our models. They can use it. That is a way of creating an economic revenue to our country. We can showcase it at our museums as an exhibition. Yeah.
Okay, this prototype helps mostly in building up our youths, which will enable our industries to grow and make sure that the dyeing industries are coming up, like the Kikomi in Kisumu, of which once the prototype is approved and passed, we'll have a growing country fashion-wise, and we'll build our economy.
Yeah, we want to make our fashion industry to grow and to build more of this product. So we were requesting for our support. There are some instruments that we need to use so that we can reshape the pallets, so that the person that is going to wear this outfit can be so comfortable. And in this our design, we've used an elastic thread for comfortability. And if you want more for comfortability as our customer, we can reshape the wood pallets into a size that is more comfortable.
In as much that we are championship for making this our project, we will encourage that we plant 2 trees despite of us making this project using our waste wood. And once we plant trees, no waste will be wasted. Then
30 seconds remaining.
The cost of this wood, that we used was wood waste at 200, wood gum at 100, paints at 150, the elastic thread at 30 shillings each. Our profit is 100, and sawdust is always free from the workshops. Thank you.
Our target market is the models and the museum exhibitions. Yeah.
You through?
Any question?
Questions? To the wood team.
Thank you, Ayeko and Omondi. My concern is on the sustainability of your planned commercialization, because as I've heard you mention, your target market is museum exhibitions and models. How often do they buy, or would they buy this dress? Is it a sustainable commercialization plan?
Yes, it is sustainable.
How?
It is because once the models wear, and in runways, there are always viewers in the sitting. Someone may come like, I want a certain design of that kind, or of a
dress that people would wear on a daily
models.
Thank you very much. From the plenary? The plenary has no question.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Can you give them a round of applause? The next group, that is Thika. Thika vehicle body model. Medrine. Medrine Karibu, your time starts.
Good afternoon. My name is Wanja Medrine from Thika Technical Training Institute. And my model today is this. This is called an old timer. This is where automotive began. This is how the first cars were looking like. So, and before then, they used to draw them. But now we have gotten to a time where people are going paperless, where people are going green. So what we basically do is we first design it, and then once we have designed it and it is according to what the customer wants, then we produce it. We produce a copy, and then I have specialized in a course called Auto Body Technology. What you're basically taught is to deal with the technology of the vehicle. So once you have done this, you have to produce a bill of materials so that you can show the customer what it exactly entails. Yeah, there is my bill of materials. Yes, so we'll go to the PowerPoint. Yeah, so we have been taught to first start with doing models, because models are often felt to have a nice aesthetic feel. So if you see this captures your eyes. And if you have a nice model, then it means that you're doing what your customer needs you to do. So why we chose the old timer, though they are not easily to be there anymore, it's because, it's okay. It's because most of us love the vintage cars, and we want to see if we can try bring them back, for people who love the cozy life, for people who love the vintages. And that is not the only thing we do. As I said, we have been specialized in bodies. So what we do with bodies is we fabricate them. Like in this model, we have done the drilling, we have done the bending of the material, we have done the cutting of the material. And once you are done with that, because even when you're drawing it as bits. So once you're done with it, you have to assemble it as bits. And when you're doing your painting, you have to make sure you mask it so that the parts that they don't mix the paint. So what we are going for, this is just but the initial steps. We hope to get, to a time where we start the prototype production. Yeah, where we start actually producing cars. I know it's not yet there, sana, because I think it's Mobius who have started just recently. But we hope we can start producing cars, and we can also do conversion of cars. So if you have maybe a Land Cruiser and you need it to be converted into something else, that we can do. If you have a Canter and you want it to be turned into something else, you just bring it to us, we do the design, and then we start working on it, the body part of it. Why we are here with this is to bring awareness, is to tell you that we are looking for, we have been specialized in body. So we are looking for a platform where we can start building and converting cars. Yes, it has started coming, before they only build buses, but we want to build such cars, and we hope it is doable. We not only do that, we have the maintenance part of it, we have the trim part of it, the upholstery part of it. The upholstery part of it is when, when you enter maybe a Matatu or any car and you see inside it has a roof, it has, you don't actually see metal around it. That is what we also do. So if we can do conversion of cars, that approximates to about 1.5 million, and that is inclusive of everything. When the engine is there, it's inclusive of everything. And that includes even you have, you can charge your gadgets in the car. It has it's an inboard inverter. It has reclining seats, it has boarding wheels, it has, everything. If you come with
you have 1 minute.
Okay. Yes. And the cost of production is high because, the electricity is high too. And most of our works includes the electricity. The welding, mostly, the cutting, just building it includes a lot of electricity. And we're hoping, one day we will get to buy Kenya, build Kenya. That is basically what we are going for. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Judges? The judges have spared you a question. Plenary? Oh, there's a question. Sorry.
Okay. Thank you, Aja. My question is, how feasible your idea is?
Okay.
And also considering, how can it integrate with the existing vehicle systems? This being just a bodywork.
Before, they have taught automotive engineering. And in automotive engineering, you do everything, you learn everything. But now, if you're specialized in body and you come to us, we will definitely not mess it up because that is what we have learned to do for a living. So, of course, after we have built the body for you, we'll have to call in other experts who are doing engine and electrical. And sorry, what was the question before? I am so sorry. About how no.
Feasibility,
flexibility.
Yeah, if this is your business, how feasible is it?
I think it's quite flexible. It is quite flexible.
Feasibility, how
Or
real is it? Yeah, feasibility.
Oh.
You can explain what feasibility means. Kindly explain your question.
Can you please implore further? Please.
In other terms, how can it penetrate in the market in our country? Yeah, bearing in mind there are companies that do assembly of vehicles. So where can your business idea be integrated with the existing?
Thank you. So I feel like most companies that do assembly, they do assembly for big cars, buses. I've been to Kenya vehicle manufacturers and they're mostly doing big, okay, I think that's the only place I've been to where they're doing assembling, and they are doing big cars. But we hope to partner with them, especially, we are trying to work on the conversion bit of it. Yes, we want to focus on that, hoping to turn, because it comes to a time where a car is old, and when you can walk somewhere and see that a car has been abandoned because maybe people don't know what to do with it. So such cars, you can take them and convert them. This is for the, it's not everyone who is manufacturing buses. Okay, most people prefer to assemble those, but we want to focus on assembling maybe the personal cars and the Land Cruisers.
Thank you very much. Plenary, any question? No question. Can we give her a big round of applause? Next group. PC Kijanjui, are you ready? Please take the floor. Is it engine locking system? Thank you. The time starts.
Okay, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Okay, so the project title is the engine locking system for the drunken drivers. Okay, so in our modern society, most of the people heavily relies on the use or the transportation of the vehicles, but in most cases, you find that the vehicles get broken down each and every time. So this is why I came up with this project that will automatically lock the system or the ignition system of the vehicle. The problem statement of the project is driving under the influence of alcohol is considered one of the major driving reasons.
Kindly use the mic, Brian.
Okay. The problem statement, driving under the influence of alcohol is considered one of the major reasons of accidents, as indicated there. And the influence of alcohol shows a clear failure of perception, recognition, and vehicle control leading to an accident. So the purpose of the study, the purpose of this project is to design and implement an innovative anti-accident engine locking system that combines advanced sensor technologies, microcontroller-based control, and real-time alerts to enhance the vehicle security and reduce the risk of accidents. The objectives of the project: to develop a functional anti-accident engine locking system, and then to enhance safety of the passengers and other road users and even the driver himself. And then the advantages of the project: to provide continuous monitoring of the driver's alcohol level, and it will also help in preventing drunk driving incidences. The principle of operation of the system works in such a way that if we use the MQ3 sensor, which detects the concentration of the alcohol, so the system works in such a way that if the MQ3 sensor detects the presence of alcohol emitting from the driver and it's beyond the set limits, we have the set limits for the MQ3 that is programmed. So if the concentration exceeds the set limits, the system immediately locks the engine by cutting off the ignition system of the vehicle. And then what I will recommend as far as the project is concerned, I will recommend that the government should partner with the assembling companies to install the system so that when the vehicles come to the market after being assembled, they come already the system installed in them.
You have 1 minute.
So that is the camera. So that is the camera circuit. I know most of you may be asking where the cameras imetokea. And then lastly, the costing. So for the product or the installation of the system, we have the costing, we have the Arduino Uno, which acts as our microcontroller, going at a cost of 1,500, the MQ3 sensor, alcohol sensor, 500, LCD, that we use to, it acts as our real-time, at a cost of 400. Then we have the potential meter, 100. Then the camera itself, 4,000. Then jumper wires, that helps in computing the circuits at 500. So the total cost.
The time is up.
Okay, thank you.
Questions from judges?
How are you, Mr. Diambo?
Yeah.
How are you? Fine. How are you?
I'm fine.
Mine is just a simple question.
Okay.
In that car, where will you insert? Where will you insert that
the system?
Your system.
Okay, the system, it is installed in the steering wheel, hapo kwa SRS, where the SRS is, it is installed there.
Okay, can you just clarify it? Because not most of us have cars, okay? So when you tell us like SRS or whatever, just be specific, and you are like telling us in this part of the car, we will install this SQRS vile umeisema.
Okay.
Yeah, kwa sababu gari liko na dashboard hapo mbele, liko na steering wheel, unaweza weka huko nyuma. Sasa tuambie hiyo yako itawekwa kwa part gani ya gari?
Okay. So, as I have said, it is installed in the steering wheel, where the horn, it is always located. Hapo mali hiyo airbag inakuanga hapo juu.
Thank you very much. Plenary, one question?
Odhiambo, thank you so much. I only have two concerns. One, how do you check, suppose I'm moving at 120 kilometers per hour and under the influence of alcohol, of course, and you said it rocks the engine immediately. How safe is me and the road users?
Okay, thank you for the question.
And then number two, how do you check for malfunctioning of that system so that it doesn't rock the engine annually?
Okay, thank you. So for the first question, the system doesn't work when the vehicle is moving. So before, let's say you parked your car, before you ignite, you must ensure that if you take alcohol, you must ensure that the alcohol concentration is below. Not unless, if your concentration is high and you want to ignite the vehicle, you won't be able. But in the case of you driving, you are on a road, and then the engine locks, that one, it's not applicable.
Can you give a round of applause? Let's have Nyeri on the floor. Nyeri, please take the floor. You're also Brian?
Good afternoon. In front of you, I'm Silas Gitonga. From the Nyali National Polytechnic. Our innovation is digital accident controller. Digital accident controller is a simple machine designed to be used by the driver when driving at sharp corners. Problem, there have been a major serious accident in sharp corners which mainly lead to loss of life and properties and serious and also to the society. This is a problem which our project is trying to solve. Benefit, it prevents careless overtaking in sharp corners. It also reduces the number of accidents which mainly occur in sharp corners. It enables the driver to minimize speed while negotiating a corner. Technology.
Good afternoon. My name is Brian Kariuki from the Nyeri National Polytechnic. So, the technology, the technology behind this innovation is we are going to use the proximity sensors, which they are going to be sensing the type of car which is coming, as indicated there. When the vehicle will be coming, that bulb there will be lighting, so it will be just lighting. And when the vehicle is almost to take the corner, yes.
It use the pressurized sensing sensor and also the green energy.
Also, it can be used in the local areas where there is no electricity, because we are going to install the monocrystalline solars, where they are going to be used, yes, in those local areas. We are done. Any questions?
Thank you. Any question, as he says? What will it cost you to back this system?
Okay, we are just requesting the government to partnership with us so that we may install those that digital accident controller to the roads, which will be costing around 200,000 and above.
Per unit?
Yeah, per unit.
Yeah. Any other question? Thank you very much. Can we clap for them? Oh, sorry.
Question.
Sorry,
I have a question, Gitonga and Karaoke. So are you saying that the government is your target market? Because that didn't come out clearly.
The innovation is already, we are just trying to partnership with the government so that we may be able to put this innovation to the roads, because accidents, they are very many which are occurring day a day. And so we are just requesting the government. So that is our target, where now we are targeting to.
What happens when the government does not buy your idea?
Okay, if it does not, then the innovation will just be of noise, but we are hoping that the government is going to support us in that.
Please come up with another innovation as backup.
Okay.
Because remember, our aim here is commercialization. So if you have one target market, what happens if they do not buy the idea? Because there's no guarantee they'll buy it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Now we can give that round of applause that we withdrew. I would like to go to Kitale. There's something called Tyra in Kitale. Are you ready? Obado. If she's preparing, then I will go to Thika. Thika TTI. Talib. Please, if you know you'll be presenting, make sure you take your, and you have a PowerPoint, make sure you take your presentation back there. Thika, your time starts.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Jacob Mugane Mombo, a student at Thika Technical Training Institute, here projecting the modernized system of irrigation. It has been computed that we are going to use soil moisture sensors, NPK sensors, and pH sensors. Next. First of all, we are going to look out on the problem. The problem is on high population growth, hence food demand. Second, the climate change and unpredictable weather patterns, depleting water resources. So we must come up with ideas on how to cope up with all these problems. And I, as Jacob, I've generalized them at one platform where we are going to use soil sensors on which helps us to give us accurate data on how to call out our on how to increase our food. Next, our objectives: to compute soil moisture to perform appropriate action, to achieve the mechanism and determine the NPK levels. As you can see, on the next point, to achieve the mechanism of and determine the pH. So this helps if the farmer gives out, if the farmer tests out the pH, here down there's a chart which enables him or her to know whether to add lime on the soil, to give out, or to have a clear picture towards the type of crop on which he is going to plant, or a clear detail of information all about his farm or her farm. Next. There's on moisture sensor. This we can apply it through irrigation, drip irrigation, sprinkler irrigation, and some few through canal. Next. Next. This is now how it has been connected. We have the NPK sensor, the moisture sensor, the pH sensor, which is being controlled the controller. The same module, it is used to give out the notification on how your farm is being carried out. For example, if there is irrigation being carried out and you're at a far distance, you are no longer able to know how the farm is being carried out. So the same module here is able to give out the notification if the machine is giving out irrigation in the farm. Next, testing of the NPKs. Next. Next. Next, the main challenges is obtaining the NPK sensor and the soil sensor. This is our recommendation. Request funding. The budget. On the previous slide, request funding to facilitate acquisition of NPK sensor and pH sensor. This we found it is very, very expensive to get the NPK sensor and pH sensor to a point it can, if a farmer wants to test the NPK or the presence of main component of nutrients in the soil, is unable to acquire these ones. But if we get the light funding from the government, we are able to get at a lower price. Next slide. So the costs of all entities, the relay, the NPK sensor, the jump wires, Arduino, the same module, the pH sensor, all of them, they give a total of 65,000 Kenyan shillings. Next, any question from the judges and the rest?
Questions? Yes, the plenary has a question.
Yes, Mr. Jacob.
Yes, sir.
I fail to understand
Yes.
the purpose of your project. Is it testing soil fertility or what is it about?
The main purpose of the project is to detect the moisture content of the soil, the nutrients in the soil, and the moisture soil and the pH of the soil, to test the acidity and the alkalinity of the soil.
Have you checked how much money you'd make if in the first year, second year?
Or if you come up, if you have all entities with you, approximately depending on the crop which you have planted, in an acre, due to minimization of some entities, you can get approximately 100,000 Kenyan shillings.
The question is you,
Yes.
as the person manufacturing the system,
Yes.
not the farm.
Yes. I
The
beg your
farm,
pardon?
how much this product, if you sell it out,
Yes.
in your first year, how much money would you make?
Approximately 75,000.
Only a whole year.
It depends on the market.
Have you done a forecast? Thank you very much. Please go and do a forecast so that when we venture, we know how much money I would make if I partner with you.
Thank you.
No, there's only one question for the plenary. Only one question for the plenary, please, because of time. Now, Kitale must be ready. Tyra.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to take this opportunity to present my project. I'm Bevin Kendi from Kitale National Polytechnic, and my supervisor is Madam Helen. So my project is about Tyra, all deco. I am sure all of you are asking yourselves, what is Tyra? It's basically things you know, but you don't know the name. So the Tyra, these are the waste materials. As you can see, whenever you buy any electronic or any delicate thing, it comes in that package. So the Tyra, I got it like most of the people dispose it. They throw it away, and hence it pollutes the environment. So my objective here is to ensure that the pollution is reduced and no waste products such as Tyra or the timbers, you can find it in construction sites that are disposed everywhere, which cannot decompose. So this waste product, by creating it into a functional objects, using creativity, I've made it to look decorative so that it can be fixed anywhere. You can place it in your homes, in your hospitals, in your company, anywhere that you feel it's okay for placing it. So the importance of decorating is to reflect the cultural value, to improve the creativity ideas, to employ for employment opportunities, and also to enhance everyday's life. So in this project, we require the waste materials as you have seen. So the recommendation is to make awareness to everyone that waste products can be useful. As you can see in my photos, those are the Tyra, the disposed Tyra. I've used it with the gypsum cement to make it firm, and you file it with a sandpaper to bring it the smooth way, and then you paint. Art speaks more. You can find art to be so interesting since it can explain what one's feel. You can find someone cannot stand here before the congregation to talk, but with art you can find it explains more about culture, more about the nature and everything. So my budget, by collecting all the waste product, I did it. It took me 18,800, and out of that I made 40 items. And each of the 40 items I can sell it at 3,000 each. And by selling it, I'll have a profit. The total amount I'll get is 12,000 shillings. So I encourage everyone, because I'm trying to put this project in social media platforms to advertise my work so that I can get buyers. Because you can find I'm at Kitale and someone in Nairobi is interested in my thing. But once that person have seen it online or anywhere, gets the contact and contact me, and it's easy since I can just send it by delivering it with any means. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Questions?
Yes, Kendi, thank you. Your work is beautiful. I have a concern on, are the products fragile?
Yes.
What happens if I live in Nairobi and I want to buy you in Kitale? How do you send them?
So I'll still use the Tyra to put it in my delivery box, and there are always fragile things that are delivered anywhere in the country. So just noting that this thing is fragile, it will be handled with care.
Yeah, that was my concern, that you'll be selling products from Tyro and packaging them from Tyro. Maybe you can consider, I don't know, requesting your customers to keep the Tyro for you or something.
Yes, I'll write a note inside it so that they can't throw it away.
Question from the plenary? Questions? Kendi, what would be your market entry strategy?
My market entry strategy?
Yes.
I can use the social media.
Social media. Thank you very much. Can you give her a round of applause? Next group. Rift Valley. Rift Valley? Solar. The other Kitale now. Yeah, the other Kitale. I need to be ready. He's at the other Kitale. The time starts.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I'm Lynette Nanjala, student from RVTTI. I'm with my fellow.
My name is Omondi Okengo George from RVTTI, undertaking craft in electrical and electronics engineering.
We are here to present a project, and the topic of our project is solar grid changeover switch. As we all know, a changeover switch is a device that allows automatic transfer of power source to solar automatically when the sun is shining, and from the solar to the grid automatically when there is no insufficient sun. Main problems that we saw that made us to come up with this project was, number one, the electrical bills per month is always too high. Number two, we've been wasting the renewable source of energy that is the sun each and every day, but we don't know they are best and more important to us so that the electrical bills may be reduced. Number three, we are minimizing the blackout. Though it may come, but we are making it to be more down and more minimized so that in case there is any production undertaken and in case there is any production that is ongoing, there is less interference. Let me welcome my colleague to say the uniqueness of our project from the one in the market. Welcome.
Thank you. On that note, permit me to say, number one, uniqueness of this project is that many people think that solar is always used as a backup, but we are here to tell you that our solar, we are using it as the main source of electricity, whereby the grid itself will be just an optional. Where do we tap this, our project? We tap this, our project, at the consumer's intake point. Many times, I know someone might ask, people have planted solars and they have been distributing power at large quantity. Yes, that one is true. And according to the laws of Kenya, as per the IPRA, the only required amount to be transferred to the grid, it means that the power you produce must be in phase, and the power factor must be the same to the one on the grid. And that's why we are tapping ours at the consumer's intake point. Uniqueness number two, we are planning to use the green source of energy at maximum level. Sometimes people might think it is impossible, but in the real sense, it is possible. Why? Let me just give a simple arithmetic. If you are living in Nairobi like where we are today, and you are using electricity, in 1 year,